with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packing, nobody new, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die...
Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Orlando Wizards and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Weldon. Now they go screen. It's complete. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Irwin, room here to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on 1st down. Weldon. Over the middle, complete. It's Warner. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Irwin And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Second and 1. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your
and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Weldon eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Weldon. And caught. This is Bennett, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Irwin. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. 2nd and 13. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the gun, Weldon. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up fourth.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. On fourth down, Weldon into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. These two teams all tied after one. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On second down now, Irwin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first and 10, Weldon. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The end result, 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser Wright. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Weldon. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes The other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. They'll set up a throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, Weldon forced out to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce them, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Come on, D. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Get ready.
They'll look to throw here. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Check. Watch 54. Rush twist. Kill. Rotate.
They'll run on first down. Combs, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Check Mike 54. Watch twist. Watch the twist. It's a 6. Pull it. Half. Mike set.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Mike 5-4.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Right there.
They'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check. Watch 54. I don't even know why this team showed up. Check. Lucky. He's coming.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Boyd, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On first down, Boyd. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and 9 now. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
We want it. Come to my work.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Boyd. And he'll go down at the 28.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the score. And he's in! Touchdown, Eagles! It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Eagles 27, Wizards 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll keep it on the ground. Irwin. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
To throw on 3rd down. Weldon. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Back to throw. Weldon, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play in the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
All day, every day.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They'll run on 1st down. Boyd. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 28-yard line.
Ready? Hand ring. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You're not ready. You're not. Mike's by 4. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Combs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Next to score, Eagles 36, Wizards 28. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw on 2nd down. Weldon going to throw right side here. Complete. Now Warner's hit, and he loses it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Push him back. 53's the Mike. 53.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day at camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this time he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a loud case.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run on first down. Combs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
54.
Back to throw. Leaping, and he makes the grab. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Complete to number 82. 12 yards on the play. Leads to third down and 1.
Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Philadelphia, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what?